Click away for FPL today. Give us a subscribe. What's up guys, and welcome to FPL Today. I'm the man in the know, JNO, and welcome to the Wildcard Project, which is a series where every single game week I will be picking the team I would select if I was playing my wildcard, and then keeping a record of how that team does leading all the way up to game week 38. This should hopefully give you an idea of the players that I think are the must own, and the players that will allow you to own as many of the must own players as possible in a full 15-man squad, and hopefully that will help you in the FPL. All of the stats I will be using in this video do come from Fantasy Football Fix, and here is a quick video from them before we get into the video. Use artificial intelligence and Optastats to build your new squad for the new season. Analyse the highest owned players and most popular starting squad currently entered into the FPL. Upload your squad at fantasyfootballfix.com now to improve your FPL performance. Click the link below or head over to fantasyfootballfix.com to get started. So, let's just bring up the team straight away, shall we? This format may change, it is a work in progress, but at the moment you can see a 4-3-3. I'm not necessarily saying this is the starting 11, as the bench will come in certain fixtures, and as this is the first time I've done it, I didn't actually take into consideration the very next game. But we do start off with Pope in goal, with Norwich in the next game, which is decent, Aston Villa and Everton. I've stuck with Pope, because right now there isn't a 4.5 million option to me that really stands head and shoulders above the rest from the stats, so I've stuck with the one I own. Also in defence, you can see that two of the players that I already own have stayed in the side, with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Digne both keeping their spots. The reason for that is Digne does offer a very good attacking and chance creation threat, with Digne having 8 shots on goal, 3 of which have come from inside the box. Only 1 been on target so far, but has also created 12 chances, 8 of which have resulted in shots on target. And of course we all know about Trent Alexander-Arnold as well. He does offer a very good chance creation threat with 21 attempted assists this season, with 11 of those resulting in a shot on target and a 1.6 expected assist rate. But getting 3 assists means he is the premium defender I think you should have in your sides. But the fact of the matter is, outside of those two, I don't think you need a premium defender right now. I know at the beginning of the season, everyone was mentioning go big at the back. And to be honest, it's because potentially they offered great value. But right now, outside of Liverpool defenders, Robbo and Trent and Digne, unless they're getting clean sheets regularly, none of them offer enough going forward that you would actually put them into your side, apart from Lundstrom, who is a very cheap defender, allows you to also put in some big hitters. So Lundstrom definitely finds his way into any wildcard that I'd be playing, and he is one that stays from my side. With Everton, Liverpool and Watford next, the fixtures aren't amazing, but the thing is, to me, you aren't bringing him just because of fixtures, you're bringing him in because it's still 4.3 million, and so far he's managed to get a goal. He's had 5 shots on goal, 3 of which have come from inside the box, 2 of them being on target, has expected goals of 0.8, also with 4 attempted assists, with 2 of those resulting in shots on target. A 4.3 million, you can't ask for any more than that. And then we're looking at different players after that. I currently own Zinchenko, but I wouldn't keep Zinchenko if I was playing my wildcard. We'd look at Sionku, who is playing for Leicester City at the moment. I'm hopeful that Leicester City will continue to be a team that could potentially threaten the top 6. Outside of that, he does have 1 assist so far this season, which is the only attempted assist he had as well. So you're not getting much via attacking threat, and potentially I would look elsewhere if I didn't think Leicester could offer some clean sheet potential. We then move on to the midfield, and I'm looking at 3 big hitters here, and currently I would still stick with Sterling, Salah and Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield. Now, I have considered other midfielders. Son is someone that has come to light after his great performance recently, and you do have some midfielders at cheaper prices that are offering some real value, the likes of Mason Mount, who unfortunately has got injured potentially in the Champions League tonight. But I still feel De Bruyne, Sterling and Salah have offered the best attacking and chance creation threat as a threesome. Now, Mane, of course, also is one to consider, and if you want to save £1 million, I'm not against putting Mane in. I just feel like Salah currently just edges him on underlying stats, and I would have to believe that Mane is a better finisher than Salah, which I'm not too far away from believing, to believe he will keep up with Salah. as Salah has had more shots on goal and has better expected goals. As for Sterling, I think he's been unfortunate recently, and underlying stats-wise he has matched Aguero. It's just the finishing that hasn't quite been there in the last couple of games, but I think a big haul could be around the corner. And the fact is, it's been margins. He's hit the crossbar, he's hit the post, he's had attempted assists that could have resulted in goals. He isn't far off from scoring some points. So I would suggest being a bit patient with Raheem Sterling. And then with Kevin De Bruyne, I think Son's had one good game. I think in that price bracket, it is Son or Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne has looked good from the beginning of the season, so I would still stick with Kevin De Bruyne. And then up front, I currently have Barnes, Abraham and Pukki. And yes, I have heavily considered Aguero and Aubameyang. But as I've gone with Sterling and De Bruyne, that kind of eliminated Aguero. But if you're playing your wildcard and you want Aguero over Sterling, I wouldn't argue with that at all. And Aubameyang is, in my eyes, the best premium price forward you can currently have. Currently the main man at Arsenal, the one the goals look like they're going to go through. So for me, Aubameyang was very, very close to getting into this side. I just still stuck with De Bruyne, Sterling and Salah, mainly because the potential value that Pukki and Abraham offer, and I don't see any midfielders in that kind of price bracket that could match the likes of De Bruyne and Sterling, compared to Abraham, especially potentially being able to match Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So that is why we've gone cheaper up front. Abraham and Pukki, I'm very, very confident in continuing their form. Barnes currently is one of those that I'm not too certain of, and there is other options. Callum Wilson would be a little bit difficult to fit in this current side. That is why he isn't here. Also, Salah, although he didn't have a great game against Villa, has had some good performances, so both of them were also considered, but we ended up with Barnes because of the price. Barnes has managed to score 4 goals from expected goals of 1.7, having 16 shots, 11 from inside the box and 8 shots on target. He offers no assist threat though, which is a downside to Barnes, but at 6.7 million, still at a price range where that is potentially acceptable. Meanwhile, Pukki at 7.1 and Abraham at 7.3, 49 points and 42 points, 6 goals and 7 goals. Right now, they look like they're on fire. So because they are scoring the way they are, I'm not necessarily sure you need to up the value of your strike force. Both on expected goals of just over 2, but one scored 6, one has scored 7, and both offer assist threat as well, in sides that clearly are attacking and getting chances. And then we look at the bench, and I've stuck with a £4 million goalkeeper because right now I just feel like saving the money there is important. But then on the bench we've gone with 2 Brighton players, March and Dunk, as well as Cantwell. If you don't know about Cantwell, with Burnley, Crystal Palace and Aston Villa next, I think at his price he is a must-have in your side to enable you to have some of these big hitters. Whereas March and Dunk, Newcastle, Chelsea, Tottenham, next game looks okay. But then Chelsea and Tottenham is difficult. But again, I haven't necessarily considered these fixtures because I'm trying to build a wildcard team that I'm going to calculate the points for season long. I will probably eliminate sides that are doing really badly just because I don't want to get to game week 38 and be calculating points for too many sides. But the goal is always to build a side that will do well season long. If we look at the stats of Cantwell, 4.9 million now. If you got him at 4.5, that's a decent rise in value. 2 goals, 2 assists. Now, he's not getting loads of chances. 5 shots on goal, 4 from inside the box, 3 on target, but 3 of those were big chances. So the type of chances he's being afforded are goals that he should be having a good chance of converting. And then also 9 attempted assists, with 6 of them resulting in shots on target. That is extremely good numbers for 4.9 million. Now Dunk at 4.6, 16 points so far. He's had 1 goal and 1 assist. His expected goals and expected assists is not high at all. 2 shots from inside the box, 1 shot on target, with no big chances, and then 1 attempted assist. He's just got probably pretty lucky with those coming off for him. But still, Brighton look like they could offer some value and have a decent defence this season, so Dunk is someone I've gone and put into my side, as well as Solly March at 4.9 million, similar price to Cantwell. He has managed to get 1 assist, he's had 5 shots on goal, 5 from inside the box, with 3 of them being on target. Expected goals is only at 0.2 however, but he has also had 7 attempted assists, with 5 of those resulting in shots on target, and a 0.8 expected assist rate. So Solly March, if you're looking for a cheap midfielder to allow you to have other players in there, then potentially Solly March could do a job for you. So that at the moment is what I would wildcard as of Tuesday evening. Of course, Mason Mount was in consideration, but it looks like he could have an injury. Liverpool next, so we didn't look at him too much for this video. But hopefully this will be an interesting experiment for you guys to keep up to date with and see if I can generally pick decent wildcard sides. And it will also be interesting to see how much this side changes over each individual game week. Anyway guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please do consider liking the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when my videos go live. Hopefully if I get this up around 5, 6, 7 on Wednesday, I should be going live that evening, so do feel free to come join me on the live stream where we will talk more FPL. Check out all the various links in the description down below, including my Patreon and my Discord channel. There will be a link to my Discord channel where you can join and just chat to me. It's now open to everyone with a separate Patreon section, so you can join Discord and let's talk FPL all week. All that being said, I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.